Hi, hello. This time I'm going to show you a very old knot. Actually, this knot is from the Sumerian civilization. Yes, that's right. So it has more than 5,000 years. More. I don't know exactly the dates, but it's more than 5,000 years old. Now, I've been searching in the internet images of the Sumerians, the Babylonians, the Assyrians, and all those civilizations from the cradle of civilization, from the Middle East. And I have found in the sculptures, in the rock sculptures that are spread all over the museums all over the world, representations of a special knot with a tassel. Now, my idea is to decipher how this tassel is made. But we'll go to the tassel later, because right now we have to decipher the first knot. And the knot from the tassel is this one, and I believe that I have deciphered it. So, because I am a knot tyer, and I do knots for a very long time, and I have already told you in the secrets of the Macrame square knot, that I have made extensive research on old knots from the river Tagus in the traditional boats. And I am used to see the knots and make small sketches, and the sketches have the protruding parts of the knot. And then at home I decipher the knots. So I have presented already 5 of those knots in the other videos that you have already seen. But right now I took advantage of the practice that I have in deciphering those knots to the sculpture knots. Now that is the first time I've tried. I've tried for the first time to decipher an old knot from a sculpture, and I think that it is this. As you can see, we have here all the elements. We have here these two that are these two, these good diagonals that are these diagonals, these two obviously and then these two that are these two, and the lower parts that come down. Of course, that then we have to make the tassel, but I leave it for another day. I'm going to see how they transformed these endings in tassels. I'll go in the next weeks or months or days, I don't know. Depend how fast I can decipher it, if I can decipher it. So this knot, I think it is deciphered. It is not difficult, but it was difficult to catch it. Actually, it was difficult. As you can see in here, it's a very simple knot, but it has its own peculiar ways that makes it this a very attractive knot. Now, do we have this knot? Well, more or less. And I tell you more or less because I'm going to show you here 2 small knots. So this knot is this knot, obviously. You can see it, good diagonal, straight diagonal. These two showing in the under, these two, the back is exactly the same. And then I'm going to show you another knot. You see this knot here? It's very different, right? Take a good look at this knot and these 2 knots. They are extremely different, right? Let's compare them. So this one has a not so long diagonal. It shows also the 2 parts, but these almost parallel, and these are up. These 2 are really up. And the back is even more different. Take a good look. This back does not show anything unless these parallels, and this one shows these ones. So the question remains, is this knot this knot? Well, actually it is. I'm going to explain you. The technical movements, it is the same, but this one is pulled in the different one, in a different way, and this is half pulled. So this one does not curl, and this one curls over itself. So technically it is the same knot. This one is the same as this, but left in the different position. The point is, and the thing is, that this one, take a good look, it does not undo, does not lose its form. This one also not. So are they the same? No, they are not the same. This is a paradox. So these two knots, they are very different, and yet they have the same technical loop thing, but just a small subtle detail, and makes this one knot and this another knot. So this is a usual knot that we have. It's just a overhand knot. Pass it or pass it 2 times. It has a special name, I don't recall. But this one, we don't see it for many thousands of years. And that is a huge difference. Now let's make it. So let's really see how subtle these knots are. Well, I hope I do recall how to do it. I have done it just now, so I'm not practicing in doing this. Okay, so a simple knot. I'm going to use the same side as this is made. So this one that I'm doing now, it's a simple knot. You see the simple knot? Now the simple knot, in here we can make adjustments in the position of the strings. Alright, so they can stay smooth. So in here we can see perfectly that this one is completely different. Why? Because this has these two, the diagonal, but it lacks these ones, these two. So in here there is nothing. So you can see this is a simple knot. It's not a simple knot. Now the other knot that I told you that this is, I'm going to do it right now. So the old Sumerian knot, I'm going to do it. Let's see if I recall it. It's subtle, we have to bring it back, just hold it, and now pass another loop under these two, alright. So let's see it, and this one also, just bring it, keep it in position, do not cross it, and insert it, and here we have the knot. So this is the Sumerian knot. So here it is. Here it is. So these ones, they stay here. They stay here really cool, because these two, they stay parallel to the up ones. These ones, they stay parallel to these ones. So just pulling it well. And here you have the knot. So this knot is exactly this knot. We see it here and we see it here. Now if we pull it too much, alright. So here we have it in all its glory. I feel a special emotion, I feel a huge emotion in doing a knot that probably it is not done for millions of years. Well, not millions. No, don't listen to my words. Not millions. Hundreds? Millions? Oh yes, not millions. Well, I don't have a huge knowledge of English language, so it is from the Sumerian times, so it is a long time, perhaps not under our eyes. And now I'm going to do the other knot that I said that it is the same knot. So let's do it to the same side and pass it one time. Now to do this knot, we just leave it like this, and then we pass it here another time. And this is technically the same movement as that one, but right now it curls, you see? It curls in the 8 shape, and this 8 shape gives it a complete different aspect. You see, this diagonal is smaller, these two are present, these two are present, but in here, in the back, it really shows how different it is. Take a good look at the back. So you see, the back of this one shows these two, and this one does not show. And yet it's the same thing. Now, can I transform this one in this one and prove that it is the same knot? Although it is not the same knot, how paradoxical this is. But I have told you, and it's easy to understood, right? It is easy to understand. Technically, this is the same, but this one curls and this one is not curled. Now let me see if I can really understand how it is made. So this one curls, you see, it makes an 8, and the other does not make an 8. It comes, oh my goodness, oh my goodness, oh my goodness. No, I don't think I can transform it. I think it's more easy to do it the other way around. Because this one, it is already curled, you understand, and it goes exactly to the same position each time. Aha, I have undone. Aha, now I have it. Now I have it. Now I have it. Now this one is crossed, of course I have to uncross it. To uncross it here to make it beautiful. But I have it. I already have it. Already have it. Oh my goodness, where does this belong? Oh no. Oh no. Seems easy, right? But it is not. It's not so easy. Aha. Aha. I have it. I have it. Of course, these ones are crossed, you understand. It's difficult to work it with a pair of two. I don't know why did they make this with a pair. But this with a pair, it's extremely confusing. It's more difficult. I'll have to pass it all to its position. Well, this is okay, we have already the structure of the knot, but it is curling again. It is curling again. Have to open it. Aha, this is crossed here. What a pity. That crossing gives a completely different look. Now I understand that this can be extremely boring, right? But take a good look. Here it is. So this... oh no, I miss it again. Well, I have to keep it like this just for us to see it. No, I miss it. I miss it. The thing is that this, I have to undo it. This has a special, you see, it curves like this in an 8. And I cannot use this curl in a 8 to do that one. But I'd like so much to show you, for you to see that it is actually the same knot. Well, it is here. Well, it is here. I think it's here. No, it's not. Oh, unless I am wrong and this is not the same knot as this one, at that one. What's a possibility? This is quite confusing. I'm going to do the other one and see if from the other one I can get to this one, you know. So, again, this is living archaeology, you know. I'm not an archaeologist, but I have what archaeologists lack. I mean, I'm a knot tire. It is extremely different. Yes, different and difficult for an archaeologist that does not has very great knotting abilities and does not have the experience that I have for many years. I think it is very difficult for deciphering these knots. So I have here an advantage, right? Of course, that I don't know what an archaeologist does know. That is obvious. So we have to complement each other. So I'm going to make the Sumerian knot by bringing it the back. It is a good opportunity for you to see again how it is really made. Because this, actually I am extremely excited, you know. So let's find out. Alright, here we have it. Of course it is here crossed, it's a pity, but this is the knot. We have this one here. Aha, you see the diagonal. This diagonal assumes a real diagonal. You see these two and these two. Now, don't look at, because this is crossed here. I have to uncross it. To uncross it all. To really uncross it all. Alright, let's find it out. And here we have it. Yes, it's the same knot, okay. I had success in making it. The only thing that I am missing is the crossings. So this one is still crossed. You see it here, it is crossed, but I'm not going to uncross it because then, so let's compare with this one. Aha, you see it here. This one comes to down and it was to up. So I had to cross here, but then I have to uncross it all. And it is not necessary because it is exactly the same. You can see that it is the same knot. Of course, this one here is showing a little here because it is not pulled. Alright. So now you see it is strong, it will never get out of here. Strong, it will never get out of this form. That's why this is a knot of its own. I call it Sumerian knot. I don't have another name for it, but now let's go and curl this one. If we can do, well, it's better to undo it with space and see if from this one we can get that one that I was trying to do. Let's find it out. Moment of truth. If this can be made, then I'm right, it's the same. Huh? It's already curling. It's already curling? No. No, it's not curling. No, it's not curling yet. Don't tell me that this is not the same knot. Of course it's the same knot. Well, no, it's not the same knot, but it's the same movement. But the pulling is different. Oh my goodness. This is really confusing. Now I'm going to just to give it a snack. You see, I was completely right. This is our knot. This knot have a name. As a name. You see it in here? So here it is. That's right. We know this knot. We use it. It's a very simple knot. But we use it in this form. But to leave that knot in this form as it is here, take a good look. It's completely different and yes, yet the same. Now I believe that, as I said, for a study scholar that is trying to study these old knots, this subtle difference is very difficult to understand, right? Because in actually we have only the drawing of the front part. We don't have the drawing of the back part. If we have the drawing of the back, anyone could do it. But well, I had to decipher it. It was not easy. And so here we have the modern form of the knot and the Sumerian format of the knot. It was used by the Sumerians, by the Assyrians, by all those civilizations. And it is very, very, very much with great joy that I present here this knot for all of us. I even think that this is one of my biggest knotting achievements. It looks nothing, right? One looks at this and one say, well, it's just a overhand knot passed 2 times. Yes and no. As I explain you and as you have seen, this one stays here, does not curl totally. And that makes the difference between a 4,000-year-old knot and a modern knot. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you could stay all the video because this is very complex, this is very technical. But I even think that archaeologists, if an archaeologist sees this, I think that it will rejoice. That's what, because I have rejoiced a lot with this knot, you know, to see this knot on the wall carvings or on the wall stone carvings, and to be able to do it right now and to reproduce it. It's outstanding, although it is very simple. In the end it is simple, but you saw the difficulties that I have in these ones here. Well, it is simple, but it is not so simple. And with this great statement, with this great statement, I go away. So bye and see you next time. See you next video. Thank you so much.